Hey everyone, welcome to another video review. This is the Transformers Hot Wheels crossover El Segundo Coupe, or Coupe, whatever you prefer. You can see them there in front of the box. We'll go ahead and put them offside real quick and take a look at that box. And yes, it is a bubble box. So you got the Transformers logo right there in the bubble where he is and everything. And you got the, well, his artwork, which is nice. You know, both his alt and robot modes right there. The Hot Wheels logo and the Mattel logo as well. Got the Autobot and hey, 8 Plus Hasbro right there. And again, the bubble comes in. And yeah, so it's a card. You got on the bottom here some, I guess, details. Some manufacturing details or whatever, and made in Vietnam. And then, of course, on the back you have, hey, look, the copyrights and warnings, and hey, look, Mattel and Hot Wheels Authentic and HotWheels.com and what's included. And then right here, you have, well, El Segundo Coupe right there, and it's both his modes, and hey, it tells you how tall he is, which is, that's actually pretty accurate. Yeah. That is actually very accurate. I measured it myself, so there you go on that. Of course, it comes with the instructions, which, yep, pretty straightforward actually. So, yeah, nothing too surprising with the instructions. It's just, yep, that's how they work. So, El Segundo Coupe. Bring this down a bit. And there you go. And he is a Hot Wheel car. Surprise! Yes, they're not a real car, but is a Hot Wheels original. And he's actually pretty cool looking. Of course, he's got a nice shade of blue here. He's got this gold and red stripe going down the center for the most part. You got the Hot Wheels logo right there, number 68 on there, right there. There's HW graphics, you know, Hot Wheels graphics, a little Autobot symbol and Hot Wheels logos right there. You got the gold rims, you know, star rims and everything. Smooth tires. You got the white as well along the bottom. You got taillights picked out. You got the louvers right there. I think that might be a gas cap right there. And now it looks pretty cool. It's it's like a mix of like a Porsche and an Aston Martin or something. Yeah, that's what it feels like. It feels like a mix of a Porsche and an Aston Martin. And you can see the underside is pretty clean. You got these little pipes and everything, and he rolls, of course, fantastically. I think on this surface there's sometimes a bit of friction iffiness, but you know, he does roll pretty well. So yeah, pretty straightforward. It's a pretty cool car. Looks like a car that was taken and turned into a race car. He also comes with 2 accessories that are useful, which are little blast effects. They're translucent blue. They're hard plastic, so you don't have to worry about them, you know, melting plastic or anything. And they can tab on or peg on right here, like that. And now he can, now he's spitting fire as he rolls around. So, yeah, pretty straightforward that. Yeah, as for some measurement stuff, in this mode, he is 4.25 inches long, or 10.8 centimeters, and his weight is 2.3 ounces, or 66 grams. So there is that. Now, as for some comparisons, I'm going to bring this down even further, I guess. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Yeah, as for some comparison stuff, here he is with Studio Series 86 Optimus, just to give you an idea there. I would say that actually scales pretty well overall. You know, this race car to a semi. So there's that. And here are the 2 previous Hot Wheels, Twin Mill and Bone Shaker. So to give you an idea on that stuff. So, yep. There is all that. So to get him transformed to his robot mode, what you want to do here is take this piece right here and unpeg this from the bottom. Right here, just going to be a little bit of difficulty getting a grip on it, and then, you know, to unpeg that and put that off the side for now. And then you take these side pieces right here and you take those off and put them off to the side. Yeah, they unpeg from the sides of the car and just put those off to the side for now. Just like that. And then from here, what you want to do, go ahead and take the roof here and bring that up, and then bring up the roof here, and just, you know, take that and bring it up on this hinge right here, just kind of like that. And you want to come down here and you want to untab these panels on the bottom. They'll cooperate. Yeah, you untab those and open those up right there like that. And you go ahead and take the legs here and you want to bring these back. Make sure this is clears that roof thing. Bring these back right here, and then make sure it also clears the panels. Right here, there's a little thing that will kind of clip into place. It will kind of clip into place right here, like this. You see, this one's like, this part's bending. You don't want that to happen. See, this is supposed to clip in, so you just kind of keep your thumb on this and just kind of push it until it locks, and then same right here, push that until it locks. This is actually part of the knee. right there. So anyway, you do that, and then right here, you take these, there's little tabs here, you push on that tab to bring the foot out right here like that, and like that. And then you go ahead and close up the legs right there, and you take the waist and turn it 180 degrees like so. Let's stand that up. Bring this up a bit. And you go ahead and take the arm pieces right here. You want to untab these and bring these out and down like this. Again, bring that out, untab that and bring it down like that. And you go ahead and take this hood piece, you want to lift that up and then bring this down right here, and this will come in and collapse like this, and it'll just, you know, push it in like that, and it will stay in place like so. And then right here, you want to take this piece right here and bring this down. This will tab in right here again, like that. And then you take the arm piece, you want to rotate 90 degrees like there, and then bring out the fists like this, and rotate 90 degrees, bring out the fist. And then take the arm panels right here, and then you take them and peg them back into where they were, except, well, backwards. Basically, the wheel well is going to be near the fist now, so it's basically, it's weird, kind of weird that like this didn't have any sort of rotation mechanism. Instead, they just kind of unpeg and repeg. So they go in the same spot, just rotated. So yeah, and then there you go. That's El Segundo in his robot mode. And yeah, it's a pretty good robot mode, actually. It's a really good robot mode. I really like it. Definitely one of the stronger ones. Actually, I argue it's probably stronger than the first wave entirely. Bones, I think Bone Shaker's pretty cool, but he's kind of just kind of drift. He's basically coming off just, he's got a skull for a chest as his basically his biggest selling point. But yeah, getting in close here, yeah, you can see he's got, well, he's kind of got little shades. He's got these little almost like blaster antenna type thing, you know, kind of like Blaster has. He's got these shades right here. There is, I think there's kind of sort of light piping, but it's not very good. There's translucent plastic right here, but it's not very good. So it's like, doesn't work very well. He's got a silver face and everything. You got the white shoulders. You got the 68 again right there, and all the blue and gray. You got some silver on the thighs, you know, and some white and blue down here. The little blue feet. He also doesn't. Again, his backpack is there, but it's almost non-existent because how small that is. Yeah, he just looks really good. He's just really good. He's kind of like the basic, one of the basic car former archetypes. You know, hood for a chest. Hood, chest, shoulder wheels, you know, the back of the car is the legs, and there you go. And he looks really good, though. He does definitely genuinely looks really good. But as for posability, his head, ball joints, you got left and right, you got up and down, you got a little bit of waggle right there as well. You got shoulders, can do a full 360. You got outward right there, only that far, though. Do have a bicep swivel right there. There is an elbow bend just about 90 degrees. The fist, though, unfortunately, you only have this inward thing, which can be useful for some things, possibly. But yeah, there's no swivel or anything. His waist swivel, despite the fact that you can see the backpack hanging down, actually that thing does not get in the way. It goes right around the waist, which is cool. The only thing that what you're hearing there is that's just the plastic at the waist swivel itself just being kind of grippy. So that's actually really well designed. The waist just clears this, even though it's right there. Right here at the hips, you do have, you know, forward that far and back. This does get in the way for back though, but you know, you only get that much far. But you know, again, that's realistic. And if you really want more hip, you can just, you know, move it back, that out of the way. And yeah, there is that. Do have outward that far, getting this out of the way. You have outward pretty much, you know, full splits. Do have a thigh swivel right there. Knees can bend about 90 degrees. And down here at the feet, you do have ankle tilts, quite a bit of it. Technically, there's also a downward joint as well. Although it's a lot downward, but you do have a downward joint, and there you go on that. So pretty solid, you know, a solid articulation. Nothing mind-blowing, but still pretty solid overall. Also, of course, this thing, the exhaust pipe, is going to become a weapon. I guess it's a dual blaster thing. Very strange looking gun. You got that, and of course, yeah, the blast effects still work. So now I guess it's a flamethrower, dual barreled flamethrower or something. I don't know. You got that. So yeah, he's actually overall, again, he looks really good. I really like him. He's kind of, it's a weird thing. He's got that whole, he's a really basic car former. He's like car former 101, yet he's very pleasing. Nothing really particularly mind-blowing about his transformation, but he's solid and he works really well. And that's, I think, his biggest thing is just simply he's solid and he works really well, but even though there's nothing really particularly mind-blowing here. Some might call him boring, but I think he's pretty solid overall. I think this thigh swivel's a little tight, but yeah. As for some measurements, like the box said, he actually is, up to the top of his head, 5 inches or 12.7 centimeters. That is actually exactly right. That's pretty much exactly how tall I made him. So, yeah. As for some comparisons, again, here is Studio Series 86 Optimus in his robot mode. You can see, yep, quite a bit taller. But yeah, that tracks. And here are the previous two Hot Wheels Transformers molds, Twin Mill and Bone Shaker. Yeah, I still like these two, but yeah, this one, despite the fact, it's weird because these two are more dynamic and they're doing some pretty wild stuff with the transformations and whatnot, but Twin Mill is kind of, you know, a lot of people don't really like Twin Mill that much. He's cool, but he's also got some weird proportional issues, but he just is just solid. He just nails a lot. Yeah, as a whole, El Segundo is pretty good. I like him a lot. If you see him, go pick him up. It's that simple. He's pretty good. It's $35. He's a little bit more than the standard deluxe, but not that much more. It's not as bad. It's only $7 more than a standard deluxe. So, yeah, you're paying, you know, a bit of the crossover tax, but he's a solid figure overall. He's just a pretty solid figure, and, you know, he could also work as just general Autobot fodder or whatever, or troop building type stuff, or whatever how you want to do things. He's just pretty cool. Yeah, I like him a lot. So that's it for this review. I hope you found it informative and entertaining. Hope you like, comment, and subscribe. Check out my social media down in the description and at the end of the video. Check out my coffee and my Patreon. I'll see you next time with another video review.